Hey guys, it is Friday, which means I'm here to let you know about all the important things that happened in gaming this week. A new Dark Souls 3 update landed this week on all platforms, which has made a number of adjustments and fixes. The patch adjusted the performance of the Great Sword, the Dancer's Enchanted Sword, and the Winged Knight Twin Axes, among other items. Although specifically how these weapons have been altered was not divulged. The update also contained a number of bug fixes, although Bandai Namco did not specify whether they would address the crashing issues PC players have been facing since launch. This week, Sega announced an emulator for the Sega Mega Drive, which you'll be able to access through Steam. The Sega Mega Drive Classics Hub will launch on April 28, and access to the hub will be free for players who own any of the Sega Mega Drive Classic titles available on Steam. Sega added that despite the region-specific name, the update is also landing in America, where the console was called the Sega Genesis. The hub will feature local co-op for supported games, optional graphic enhancement filters, the ability to save at any time, as well as controller and keyboard support. All the games will also have Steam Workshop support, so modding will be possible. You can check out the full list of titles in our story on GameSpot. A GameStop employee sent images of an unannounced Batman HD collection to Eurogamer, which backs up a report from March of last year. Reportedly, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, and their DLC will arrive on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as part of the collection. Batman Arkham Origins won't be included as it was developed outside of Rocksteady by WB Games Montreal. It's rumored that the HD collection will have updated visuals that have been optimized for PS4 and Xbox One. Eurogamer reports that it will hit shelves on June 10. Turns out you guys love board games as much as you love Dark Souls, because the Dark Souls board game was funded on Kickstarter in just 3 minutes. Dark Souls the board game is a tabletop game designed for 1 to 4 players, being made by Steam Forged Games in partnership with Bandai Namco. You'll choose a class, fight monsters, find treasure, take on bosses, and do it all with awesome miniatures. The campaign is calling for £50,000, and at the time of writing, it had collected over £1 million in funding in its first 48 hours, with 24 days of funding left to go, which is bloody ridiculous. All that extra funding means loads of stretch goals have been achieved, so the game is looking better and better. If you want the board game, you can guarantee yourself a copy by backing the campaign at the £75 level. There's been a lot of talk about the reported high-powered PS4 codenamed Neo, and here's the highlights. Both Giant Bomb and Eurogamer obtained documentation that detailed the new console and how Sony are handling its arrival. It's been reported that the Neo version of the PS4 will have a more powerful CPU, GPU, and memory bandwidth. Allegedly, every PS4 game will be required to ship with a base PS4 mode and a Neo mode, which will support 4K output, improved frame rate, and other graphical enhancements. Giant Bomb claim the system will sell for $400 whenever it's released. Eurogamer added that dev kits are being sent out already, but not everybody is thrilled at the idea. BioWare co-founder Greg Zeschuk has said that it would be a pain in the ass for devs and consumers. While many of you have expressed frustration given you'd recently picked yourself up a PS4. Let me know down in that comment section how you feel about this week's stories and if you're interested in the Dark Souls board game. This week on site, we take a look at the story of Overwatch, check out 7 times Game of Thrones characters seriously messed up, and we take a look at the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta. That is everything I got for you this week, but be sure to have yourselves a great weekend, and Mary will be back with you next week to let you know all the gaming news things.